think I'm live. Hello? Yeah, it's live. Hello? 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 Queen of Credit here. Hi. Okay, I'm just reading a message and making sure that my internet connection is strong. So I'm going to dive right into the topic. And so some of you all who are just getting the notification that I am live, you may have to watch the replay. I want this topic is going to be on the subject of how to pass on generational wealth to your children or your child through credit cards, right? How to pass on generational wealth to your children or your child through credit cards. Yes, I said credit cards. I'm saying credit cards. So do these things for me. If you never heard of Dr. Lorraine Monroe, thank you for the digital love. She created that great phrase, a do now. She is just a legendary in education. She has passed on now, but she's done a great thing for youth, African Americans in the educational system. A lot of consultants have taken on her teaching philosophies, but that's another story for another video. And she always has something that's called a do now. So I want you to do it right now. If you're watching this on YouTube and you have not subscribed, I want you to hit that subscribe button and the bell notification button and the thumbs up. If this helps you, you're watching this on Facebook, I want you to share this to your personal timeline. Hit that share button now and hit the like button if you value the context and if you value financial freedom and if you value passing on generational wealth. So in discussions, I have a lot of conversations with my co-workers, and they are in the 800 credit score club, right? And so through those conversations, it was just some things that they exposed to me or revealed to me in the conversation that I wasn't aware of. For example, one of my co-workers, newborn daughter recently, she just turned 1, for example, and he informed me that he and his wife had already added her before she was 1 year old, as authorized users on their personal credit cards, right? As authorized users on their personal credit cards. So if you're watching this live or you're watching the replay, I want you to comment, participate. I talked about Dr. Lorraine Monroe, her do now. Also, the learning process, you have to make a mind message connection. That means you have to participate. So I want you to comment, whether you're watching this live in the replay, if you knew that you can add your child as an authorized user. I want, before they are 1 year old, before they turn 1 year old, if you knew that you can add a child as an AU when they are an infant, I want you to comment, knew that, right? Or if you didn't know, I want you to comment, didn't know. Whether you are watching this live or in the replay, right? Make a mind message connection. Thank you so much for the thumbs up, or just give a thumbs up and show some digital love, right? So, added the child on as an infant, as an authorized user. So what this does is, it starts giving them the 35% column that makes up their FICO score. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Carla and Jonathan. It already adds them 35 percentile and starts building their credit history in a positive manner, right? In a positive way. And now the plans are to keep as an AU for up to 4 to 5 years. Keep that child as an authorized user, and now give that child a primary credit card. A primary credit card. For example, I hear a lot of African American fathers say that their child has a debit card because they pay child support, example, into a checking account, and the child used the debit card as early as 6 or 7 years old to make transactions out of their checking account. Sometimes there's an arrangement that the co-parents have, right? And it also it helps with a tax strategy as well. But I'm not a tax professional, so I won't get into how this is done in that video. Neither do I have first-hand knowledge on how this operated. This is just some scenarios that I've heard people do as a tax strategy, right, on child support. And so if a child can have a debit card at 5, 6, or 7 years old, they also can have a credit card. So you're building payment history by having them as an authorized user, and then you're building them as a primary card holder, the main person, as early as 5, 6, or 7 years of age. And now when that child becomes 18, which is considered a young adult age, they will probably more than likely they would definitely be at the 720 or above credit score, right? And so now they have a credit score in the 720s or above, or possibly in the 800s. If everything is, if parents oversee that credit card account, making sure that the child pays on time. Usually, we wait till the child goes out to college and get 18 before we give them a credit card, because we think that, they need it for whatever emergency expenses. And by that time, if the child has not had any credit card usage education, then they could very well abuse the card, right? They could very well abuse it and use it in the wrong way. And so you start building that payment history profile, because a lot of children, what happens is their first experience with credit is going to college and getting student loans, right? And then they have the student loans on their credit report that builds a credit profile, but a positive profile could have been built as early as 5 years old or infant age. And so, why aren't more people doing this, especially in the black and brown community, right? Or the lower middle class, is because they don't have that positive credit to add their child to, so their child can inherit it. See, you don't want to add your child to an authorized user of credit card that you may have if that account is negative, right? You can't add that, because then that makes their credit history negative by adding them to your negative credit history. So you don't have that positive credit history to leverage to pass that on to your child. And oftentimes some parents are not aware of how to have positive credit card history, and so they don't have it, and that's why you have to position yourself so you can pass on this generational wealth to your child. Now, I know you may be thinking, some people may be thinking, thank you so much, Mr. Yarborough, with your Superman shirt on. I know you may be thinking, hey, well, the famous guru Dave Ramsey said credit cards are evil. Well, it's just like a weapon, It depends on how you use it. A weapon can be used to protect you in danger, or it can be used to harm you and harm someone else. So your children have this high credit score at 18 and 19. Now, when they want to be a home buyer, they can purchase homes at zero down or very little money down out of their pocket. So I'm just going to be honest with you people. If you want to acquire anything in this American dream, in America, it's going to take credit, especially when you don't have the cash. Unless you were born with a silver spoon in your mouth and you have thousands of dollars to invest in buying homes and quality vehicles outright, you are going to have to leverage credit. There is no way around it. So you might as well make your credit positive and let it be good credit and not bad, right? And so now they can come out the gate if they want to get a quality vehicle. They have the good credit scores in the 750, 800s to get that at the age of 18. Or if they want to be investors, right? if they want to flip houses, if they want to be a barber, if they want to be a beautician, if they want to be a nail tech, if they want a lawn care service, if they want food service, now they have the credit to attain the capital to get the money from the banks to start their business concept. There's so many talented youth that I see out here. They do all these things with shoes now, these Nikes and Jordans, and they clean them, and they, you know, they read whatever, they graphic design them. And I'm like, you know, if they had the money, the capital, by using their credit, they can expand and grow their business. And we will see more youth, more people, more our young adults being entrepreneurs, living out their dreams, and not starting in bad debt, not starting in bad situations. So I know we discussed generational wealth in terms of passing on insurance policies. You know, if your family is a wealthy, a family of wealth, passing on money. But we have to look at credit cards as a means of generational wealth too. So hey, I'm signing off. It's raining. The rain is getting worse here in Mississippi, so I'm not going to try to continue to drive and in the rain weather. Thank you all for tuning in. Also, my website is finally updated. I was up to 3 or 4 o'clock in the morning. I actually hired someone to do it. So you all let me know what you think. I'm going to put my website in the comment. Just give it a look. It's done by me. I never really, you know, did website. I hired a professional to do it, and it just wasn't the way I wanted. So I did it, you know, the way I wanted to begin with, and I probably, you know, will hire a professional to upgrade it because it's, you know, very basic. But I do want you all to make sure you visit my website for more information on my services I offer, and that's www.fixmycreditandcash.com, www.fixmycreditandcash.com, and I will put my website in the comments and description. Thanks for tuning in. Pass on generational wealth to your children and stop. Oh, let me give you this way because I am on a very rural road. Stop putting your utility bills in your children's name. Now, this is the flip side. Putting utility bills in your children's name because your credit is bad, and now they have a charge off for a light bill on their credit. So it's, you know, you can make good decisions or you can make bad decisions with your children by passing on generational credit wealth. You gotta put that in a comment. That was good. I know generational is a long word, but that was a good comment. Generational credit wealth to your children, right? So stop getting this bad credit, and now you can't get your utilities turned on in your name, and you're putting a utility bill and you know, in your children's name at 8, 9, 15, 16, and then when they're 18, they'll come to me and they have a charge off for a utility bill, and their credit score is in the low 500s because you put a utility bill in your child's name and you didn't pay it as agreed. Then it became a charge off. At least if you're going to put a utility bill in your child's name, pay it well. Don't destroy their credit. Don't destroy their credit. Our cell phone bills, you know. Don't destroy your children's credit. It's like I said, it's a good way and a bad way to use credit. And those are 2 examples of bad ways that people use credit in their child's name. So you can take that same mindset and philosophy and build your credit up and add your children as authorized users as they are in the infant stage. Hey, I'm signing off. You all check out my website again. Have a great day.